In this video, we're going to be looking at how to find the area of a circle. Now you'll need the worksheet which has been attached to Go for Schools, and I've also included a link on your checklist. Here are your do now questions. Pause the video, have a go at them, and when you're ready for the answers, press play. Here are the answers. So for the surface area of a cuboid, we have two sides with an area of 60. We had two sides with an area of 40, and we had the top and the bottom that each had an area of 96. And when you add those together, it makes 392 millimeters squared. A cube has a net that is made up of 6 squares. For number 3, we wanted to work out the distance. So to work out distance, it's speed times time. So 28 times 3 is 84 miles. And the last one, 18 divided by a 6, you're saying how many 6 go into 18, so it'll be quite a lot. Think about dividing fractions where you leave it, change it, flip it. So 18 times 6 is 108. Now let's find the area of a circle. So the area is the space inside of a circle, and we want to find the area of a circle with a radius of 8 centimeters. Now the formula we use is pi times r squared. So that means pi times the radius squared. Remember, the radius is a line that goes from the center to the outside. So in this circle, the radius is 8. So I need to find pi times 8 squared. Now in terms of pi, as a non-calculator answer, 8 squared is 64. 64 times pi is 64 pi. So you can see that I've squared 8. 8 eighths is 64, and just put that pi symbol next to it. So this is the non-calculator answer. It's called leaving it in terms of pi. We looked at that when we were finding the circumference of the circle. To put that in a calculator, you would do 64 times pi, or if you can't find the pi button, 64 times 3.142, and that gives you an answer of 201.088 centimeters squared. I've left off the units there. That rounds to 201.09 centimeters squared to 2 decimal places. So here's another example. This time we need to find the area of a circle, and we've been given a diameter of 18. So remember that the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. So the radius would be half that length. So the radius is only 9 centimeters. So pi times 9 squared. Well, there's a non-calculator answer. 9 squared, 9 times 9 is 81. When we times that by pi, just put that pi sign after it. So 81 pi centimeters squared. That's in terms of pi. And then the calculator answer would be to do 81 times pi, or 81 times 3.142, which is 254.502, and we need it to just 2 decimal places, so it would round to 254.50 centimeters squared. Now try questions 1 and 2 on the worksheet. The answers are at the end, so you can check them. The first one, you need to give your answer to 3 significant figures, so you need the calculator, and the second one, you're just leaving it in terms of pi. When you've done that, you can come back to the video and we'll go through some more examples. Now this question's a little bit harder. We've been asked to find the area of the grey section. So rather than thinking of the shape of the grey section, I'm going to look at this as one whole shape that consists of a grey circle and a white circle, and then I'm going to take the white away. I'll show you what I mean. So having a look at the grey circle first, I can see that the radius of that circle is 8. So if I use the formula pi times r squared, that will give me the area of the whole of that circle, including the white bit. So pi times 8 squared is 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times pi is 64 pi. Now I'm going to leave it in terms of pi for the moment because it's much easier to carry on with my calculations in this simple form. I'll show you what I mean. So the second part of this question, I'm going to find the area of the white circle. I can see the white circle has a radius of 5 centimetres. So again, using my formula, area is pi r squared. Pi times 5 squared is 25 pi. Now going back to just the grey section, I can see that if I subtract the area of the white shape away from the grey shape, then that will leave me with just that bit that we need to find the area of. So in terms of pi, 64 pi, take away 25 pi is 39 pi, and now I can put that into my calculator. 39 times pi, or 39 times 3.142 if you can't find the pi button, would give me a total area of just the grey bit that I can see, 122.52 centimetres squared. So here we have two worded examples, and to work out the answer we need to work backwards. So the first one, we've been given the area of the circle as 225 pi centimetres squared, and we have to work out the radius. So we're going to do this without a calculator. I know that the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So what I want to do is, I've been given the area and I need to find just the radius. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that pi that's with the radius squared. So I'm going to divide by pi. So 225 pi divided by pi is 225. Now what that leaves me with is the radius squared, and I don't want a squared radius. The question is asking me for just a radius. So to undo the squaring, I square root, and the square root of 225 is 15 centimetres. So the radius of this circle is 15 centimetres. So number 2 is very similar, although at the end it says I need to find the diameter. So using the same method as above, the area of the circle pi r squared is 400 pi. So I'm going to undo the pi, divide by pi to give me 400. Then I'm going to square root because I don't want the radius squared, I just want the radius. So the radius is 20. But now to find the diameter, remember a diameter is twice the size of a radius, so 20 times 2 means the diameter is 40 centimetres. So now you can have a go at questions 3 and 4 on the worksheet. These are extension questions, so if you're not comfortable with those, you can carry on to do more practice on just finding an area. Remember that I am live during your normal maths lessons, and also if you need any further help, you can always email me.